what is the balance of activating a force for change, but also trying to permeate that patriarchy, that power structure? And is that a part of the calculation of your art as well? And what's been the reaction to that?
Oh, absolutely. I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, you crazy.
Can someone say Star Wars is kaput, compete, finite, done, bamboozled? It's over, y'all. Disney, Star Wars is over. Let's get into it. Woo!
Yeah. Here we go, I'm TJ Quake, the ghetto gamer on this gaming thing. Yeah. Here we go, I'm TJ Quake, the ghetto gamer on this gaming thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's crack-a-lackin'? This is TJ Quake, yo, ghetto gamer, and I'm back once again with the craziness, as you all know. Man, it's been a minute. Oh, it's been a minute. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new humble abode right here. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas to all you guys. I've been gone out of the mix for a minute. Let me get this mic right here. Fix this up here a little bit. I've been out of the mix for a minute, y'all. And woo! It's just been crazy stuff going on with the band. I took a little month off of recording videos and stuff like that because we just got real busy with a lot of stuff, you know, with Christmas and New Year's and all kinds of stuff. And the band flavor with we're doing some things right now with Slapback. So, but I'm still here. And I had to come back at least to let you guys know that we are going to get real busy right here on this channel for the new year 2024. Yes! And of course, we're going to start it off with some pop culture because this is TJ Craig's Ghetto Gaming Pop Culture Talk, where we get into, I don't know, pop culture, political news, gaming, because I am a gamer. But yeah, we get into all the craziness, ladies and gentlemen. And today we're gonna get into some pop culture news because we got the new Star Wars with Rey, Daisy Ridley. Woo! Yeah, Daisy Ridley, her new movie with this crazy new director lady that's from Pakistan, who they decided to say, yeah, she's it. Woman of color. We're gonna make things new. We're gonna a woman, finally a woman. It's gonna direct a Star Wars movie. Yeah, so let's get into that, you guys. But I just want to let you guys know that yes, we're getting back into the flow again. I want to thank all you guys for who stuck around while I was gone for a minute. It's been like a month, maybe a couple weeks after, a month and some weeks since I last posted. I actually did another video, but I didn't get a chance to post it right before New Year's because the stupid thing freaking messed up. So it was like, So I'm going to have to re-throw that one out there again for you because it's about Black America finally waking up to getting on board with Donald Trump. Yes. Oh, yeah. You guys are going to love that video. Oh, it's coming to you. It's coming. Oh, I promise you. But anyways, you guys, just want to thank you guys for sticking around. Once again, I am TJ Quake, your wonderful host here to give you guys the delight. Welcome to my new humble abode. This is the new office here. I got some new flavor cracking, so I moved everything into the office now. My main office used to be out there in the living room area and everything, but I had to get Darth Vader in the mix. As you guys can see, Darth Vader's back there. What's up, Darth? What's cracking? That's the real Vader, not that fake Disney Vader. But anyway, you guys, so let's get into this article here with the whole craziness of whoa! What do we got here? What do we got here? Check this out. The next Star Wars movie is a historic this woman here who I cannot pronounce her name. It goes here. It says, after almost 5 years, the Star Wars saga, and let me go ahead and see if we can excuse that. Let's go ahead and bring that on up here in a little close up for you guys, so you guys can see, get a little better look at that. Let's do a little zoom. Yeah, that's good. That's good. There we go. So after almost 5 years, the Star Wars saga is finally heading back to the big screen. Lucasfilm has a few promising films in the pipeline. Really? I think not. I highly doubt it, ladies and gentlemen, and everything. But yeah, Disney isn't on a good track record lately. 2023 was not happening. It looks like they're leading 2024 into chaos, further destruction. But yeah, so but there's one in particular that will present a historical shift for the franchise. The untitled Star Wars sequel starring Daisy Ridley. Ridley will reprise her role as Rey. Everybody couldn't wait for Rey to come back. Really? Rey? The one girl that's the Mary Sue of all Mary Sues? You guys are going to freaking bring this woman her own movie and she's going to be the one now? Oh, people, whew, okay, we'll get into it. Yeah, she's reprising her role as Rey, this time in a sequel set some 15 years after her last appearance. You mean after the last whack movie of Star Wars, Disney Star Wars? You know, the Skywalker. She all of a sudden became Skywalker now. Yeah. She was a Palpatine, but now she says, I'm Skywalker. Really? But you guys should have thought of that beforehand when you guys were messing around with all the different scripts and had different directors doing the last 3 Disney Star Wars movies. You guys couldn't figure out where the girl came from until finally, oh, well, let's just say, oh, first she doesn't have any parents. Oh, she comes from nowhere. Her parents were a bunch of trash and they just threw her away. Oh, now it's Palpatine. Palpatine's her daddy now. Oh, wait a minute. She wants to be a Skywalker. Stupid. Anyway, so they go on to saying here, let's go here, let's see, here it is. Lucasfilm's Rey movie will be helmed by Oscar-winning filmmaker, Oscar-winning filmmaker, Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy. I hope I'm not butchering your name. She's the first woman and the first person of color. Of color, everybody. Recognize the color, because this is very important. Very important that you recognize the color of the skin here. Okay, recognize that. The first person of color to direct a Star Wars film, and it's not a responsibility she takes lightly, being that she doesn't know anything about Star Wars. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman is a journalist. The last thing she did was the daggum Miss Marvel's thing, right? She did women's documentaries before, you know, because she's a chauvinist. That woman that you just saw up there saying, I just love to annoy men. I just want to get on men's nerves, because she hates men. And this is the woman that's going to take on a man's movie, a man's project, a movie that was made by a man, that started, the whole franchise started by a man. Ladies and gentlemen, before we move on, and everything, before we move on, George Lucas is the king of this. Let's never ever forget who came up with 4, 5, and 6, and the prequels. This is the only Star Wars that I enjoy now. The originals. These movies right here, these bad boys. This is all. This is me. This is me. This is me all day long, right, ladies and gentlemen. This is always going to be me all day long. Get, bring it over here. Yeah, right. No, bring it back out. That's Star Wars. That's the real Star Wars. This is what I grew up on as a child. This was started off as something that was kind of like more dominated by males in the first place, because back in the 80s and the 70s and so forth, mostly guys were into this stuff. Now the girls loved it too, and that was great and everything, but mainly it was boys like me who was a little kid at around 6, 7 years old, who was buying the action figures all the way up to like age 13 and shiz and everything, buying these action, shoot, even for longer than that, because I started collecting them after a while and so forth. So these were things that we grew up with, and now all of a sudden, in the woke society that we have now, feminazis, because they feel like, you know, they were pushed to the side all along, and they never were, because they were always in the mix. Princess Leia was no joke, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Queen Amidala, Padme was no joke. Okay, these were strong women in Star Wars. And they always try to act like as if Star Wars never had any strong women. There was never any strong women in. No, when they were written well, they were strong. Rey, on the other hand, was not written well. She was written very poorly. She was a Mary Sue. And people don't like Mary Sues. Why? Because they could do no wrong. We're super women. We're better than men. We can do anything a man can do, but better. We know everything without ever training. We don't have to do any of that other stuff. Don't worry about our backstory. We already are there. We're already super. We're already there. You should know this. It's like, what? No. It's like, but that's what they do, ladies and gentlemen. And then they want to put this woman here and act like she's the first ever. Well, I believe Patty Jenkins was doing what was it? The whole Rogue Squadron deal. You know, we had Patty Jenkins with Rogue Squadron. You know, of course, it got delayed and whatnot. Here with Patty. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, Rogue Squadron, Patty Jenkins, Star Wars movie. You know what I'm saying? Patty Jenkins was doing some stuff with the whole Rogue Squadron shiz. You know, Star Wars Rogue Squadron director, Patty Jenkins. She was going to be the first Star Wars female director. They acted like this woman's the first one, but because she's of color, and there's Patty Jenkins right there. There she is. There's her little face, Patty Jenkins. You know, the director for Wonder Woman, a movie that I actually did like very well. I didn't like part 2 so much because they started getting stupid and woke on that one. But part 1 was excellent. Excellent. Written by a woman or directed by a woman. Yeah. So you guys always say that, oh, men just don't like women do it. No, we like it when they do it right. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. We can't stand the last Star Wars movies. There was, 3 of the Star Wars, all directed by men. Guess what? Didn't like none of them. J.J. Abrams, hello, big director and everything. Ryan Reynolds Flipneck and everything, who went in there and destroyed Star Wars on purpose because, you know, Kathleen Kennedy gave him the rights to do it. Kathleen Kennedy has been helming the Star Wars franchise now for the last 12 years. What the hell are you guys talking about? But, you know, no, they think people don't know this shiz and everything. So you got this one. Obaid-Chinoy comments cut right to the heart of one of Lucasfilm's biggest blind spots. No Star Wars film has ever been helmed by a female director. Look at this shiz. What do you mean never been helmed? Book of Boba Fett? That was a female director that did that. Hello? And so forth. Star Wars, through women have helped shape the saga. From the very beginning, Star Wars wouldn't be what it is today. What the frick are you talking about? And everything. Without the editor, Marcia Lucas, who she edited the Star Wars, the original Star Wars movie. It was George Lucas's wife. Yeah, she was a good editor. She was a good editor. He put somebody that was good at editing, and she cut and spliced things the right way to make the movie look good and everything. You know, because there were certain things that needed to look good. Okay. Everything. She wasn't the one that created Star Wars, though. And so forth. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who the screenwriter Gloria Katz is and everything. Whatever. And so what? The whole concept, the characters, the idea, the very fabric of Star Wars is George Lucas. Without George Lucas, there was no Star Wars. There wouldn't have been a Star Wars. None of these women or Kathleen Kennedy or any of these other people would have ever even thought of it. You want to know why, ladies and gentlemen? Let me tell you why they would have never thought of it. Because at the time, only dudes were thinking up fantasy type stuff like this mostly. mostly, the majority were dudes that were always coming up with all this sci-fi shiz, Dungeons and Dragons, all these things that used to be called the nerd culture, and we used to get made fun of because nerds used to get made fun of for playing Dungeons and Dragons and video games and stuff. Girls didn't want to touch it with a 10-foot foot. They wouldn't date your ass. They would not date you.
You was on that. He's one of those guys. He plays Dungeons and Dragons. What a nerd.
They'll laugh you right off the daggum. You try to go, hi, you want to go to the movies with me?
Excuse you? I don't think so. I'm going with Jim Parker, the lead head honcho football player.
That's what you was dealing with back in the days and so forth. And girls are even more like that today and so forth. Give a flip about all this nerd culture, like all these little purple pink hair flipnicks want to act like they care. And we got people of culture now, people of different identities, and yeah, it's pride. We don't want none of that in these movies, dude, because it takes away from the story and the vibe of what Star Wars was. And that's the reason why Disney is going down the tubes, ladies and gentlemen. Going down the tubes. It's no longer something that anybody even cares about anymore. We don't care about none of this shiz and everything. We just don't. But here we are. Here we are. So let's go into more of that little video there of what this stupid heifer wants to talk about, because we already had Kathleen Kennedy, who took over Star Wars and promised George Lucas that she was going to do right by the characters and all this stuff. And now, as you can see, she literally took a knife, put it in George Lucas's back, stripped a bit of his spine, and then twisted that shiz, and then ripped it out with the spine and everything else hanging on the daggum blade and so forth. Yeah, I'd make it very graphic because that's exactly what she did and everything. This woman is the biggest betrayer, just evil ass witch you can possibly ever think of. And now she's up in here with this feminazi wench here who freaking hates men. And she's going to be a director now for the new Star Wars movie. And then, of course, they're going to bring in Rey because she can't do no wrong. She's the superest, baddest ever. She's the one that everybody was waiting for in the Jedi Order. She's the one. She's the new hope. She's the one that's going to bring order back to the daggum Force. No, that was Anakin Skywalker and Luke Skywalker. But no, because they're men, we can't have that. Oh, no, we can't have that. Well, if we can't have that, I'm waiting, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm waiting for? You know what I'm waiting for? Well, let's get into this clip, and then I'm tell you what I've been waiting for, because I got so much to say. Let's go ahead. Let's show a little more of this stupid heifer right here. Now, here's my boy from the quartering, and he's going to get over here and let you listen to a little something from the rest of this clip that these flipnick, Jon Stewart had these three freaking heifer actress, and I don't know who this other woman in the middle is, and then there's a Chinoy over there at the very end, and listen to what these fools say. This is on my boy the Quartering's channel right here, Jeremy from the Quartering. Go on, Jeremy. Blaze these fools up.
First director, quote, "I like to make men feel uncomfortable."
What is the balance of activating a force for change, but also trying to permeate that patriarchy, that power structure? And is that a part of the
Patriarchy.
Yeah, exactly. In other words, patriarchy is the one thing they always use, ladies and gentlemen. They want to use patriarchy for everything that harms women. If there was a patriarchy, then why are the women able to do whatever they want to do and so forth? And men are not keeping women from doing anything except for the trans community, who trans men now, or trans women who are now taking over the women's sports. Oh yeah, they taking all y'all stuff now. I don't see y'all complaining about that though. But go on, Jeremy, make more fun of these fools.
Patriarchy. Girl, we are living in a matriarchy. Are you kidding me? Look at every major CEO you've seen out there. They're either a woman or a POC, all right?
Exactly. A woman or a POC. Woo, these people are stupid.
of your art as well, and what's been the reaction to that?
Oh, absolutely. I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Well, there you have it right there. I enjoy making men uncomfortable. I enjoy it. I like it. It's fun for me to take something that a man created and I try to act like I'm the one that created. And I'm going to make men uncomfortable when I take over it and I freaking make it all about women and only women are the powerful ones and only the women are going to be the ones and only the women are going to ever be. Funny how you guys can't make that happen in reality, though. Because in reality, you see all these women that are getting hurt nowadays because they think they can take on men. Oh, you see this shit all the time now. All these women trying to take on men and fight men, and they getting their asses beat. In reality, oh, let me show you real quick.
Second round, the lady starts off strong, but it doesn't take much time before a kick and jab to the head sends her to her knees. But he doesn't stop. While on the ground, the battering begins.
Man, that shit was personal. He did not stop. It was personal.
She makes an effort to resist him, but unfortunately, he doesn't flee as he gets right back pounding all over her till the referee calls it off.
Damn.
Oh, wait, here's another.
Those punches hurt so bad it knocked her out cold. And of course, the young man was announced the winner. So he takes advantage of that and attacks with sharp strikes. As time goes on, his jabs and strikes only get quicker, stronger, and more powerful. He continues to fight while she gets no room for a breather. Pressed up against the ropes like that, you can almost tell that she's fighting for her life at this point. Thankfully, the referee steps in and calls the match off.
Bro, whoever is telling her to go fight these men do not like her, bro. They want.
Is able to get her down to the ground. He immediately goes after her leg. Fortunately for the young girl, she is able to counter the attack on her leg, but not for too long. The little boy is now on top and proceeds to put all the pressure he can on her throat. And to make sure she doesn't find a way out, he has her arm pinned to the ground till she taps out in tears. Number 7.
In other words, there's the reality, ladies and gentlemen. There's reality. Reality, I'm telling you. Dude, there's like 3 different cases right there, and there's so many more videos out there, ladies and gentlemen, that show reality. That when these women try to fight men, they get their e-hauls beat down and everything. That girl started cheating. That boy had his arm all on her throat. And these are just regular. These are, mind you, these are monitored wrestling matches. Okay, imagine if this was a real fight and these girls really had to fight these dudes for real. These guys are holding back, half of them and everything. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really going to town. But imagine if it was a real fight. Yeah. So when they try to make these movies, all these movies that are trying to show all these women now that they're beating up the dudes all the time, freaking skinny, bony looking woman going up against some big ass 6'2" dude, whatever, and she's taking him down, throwing him around like he's a rag doll and stupid stuff like that. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? It's like, you can't believe it. It doesn't seem real. Not unless it's Wonder Woman, a superhero. Then you can believe it. Miss Marvel. And so forth, you know. But that's it. But these girls, they're showing all these girls and stuff, and they're making them think that they can actually do this stuff. In reality, women are just as strong as men. You actually got women who actually will say they're stronger, that women are just as strong as men. Oh, trust me, it's out there.
Do you take issue with the position that men are physically stronger than women?
I don't like that it's used, but I don't have any evidence for or against. I think that women can be physically strong.
Nobody's saying they can't be physically strong. I mean, she can hip thrust 600 pounds.
Yeah.
Easy question.
Pretend that you were in charge of a prison and you could hire all female prison guards for the most violent criminals on planet Earth or all male prison guards with the exact same qualifications. Which ones would you hire?
The strongest, period.
Okay, which ones are going to be the strongest, do you think?
I have no evidence for who is going to be stronger.
Maybe I
What do you mean experience? Men are stronger than women are, almost always.
The 100 strongest people in the entire world right now, are they men or women?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
They're men.
When there's
It's
a
real.
draft, why would they choose? Why is it only men?
That's a good question.
Yep, this is crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm talking about. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys that this is why when you make these movies like what they're trying to say with this woman, the first female Star Wars director ever, she's going to be the best ever, and she's going to make it. The women are the greatest, and they're the most powerful. But then it'll bring you into delusional women like this. Women that look like this. Okay, this girl here, I have to tell you, is the biggest idiot on the planet. No, if you guys would have watched the full podcast of this woman here, she literally said that her mom could beat probably most of the dudes, most any man. My mom's my biggest hero. My mom could take down most guys. They brought up this guy who I forgot what his name is. What wrestler this guy is. He's also a UFC fighter as well. Huge motherfucker, 6'3", and so forth. Big ass, just Conan the Barbarian. She literally said that her mom could take him. She's so in denial because she wants to say that women can do anything that men could do, because she's one of these type of feminazis that think, women can do anything a man can do, and we could probably do it even better. And so she doesn't want to go into her brain and actually think in reality and look at reality. Even the other girls on the panel were up there saying, girl, are you stupid? Like the other women are up there going like, come on, girl, you're getting a little stupid now. But this is how stupid this girl is. The most dumb, delusional idiot. But it is because of people like this. It's because of these type of people who want to put out there and make it seem, and they put this delusion out there that the women are bigger and stronger than men, and they can do whatever a man can do. Which is why now the trans men or trans women are dominating their sports, any type of female, and so the females don't have a chance now because they're seeing in reality what's going on. So now we got this new Star Wars movie that's getting ready to come out. By this chick here. Now, mind you, it says, what does it say? Out of the 116 of the highest grossing released in 2023, just 12.1% were helmed by women. That might seem surprising, as 2023 was the year of highly visible female-led stories. So a lot of the women were directing some of these movies. They're trying to act like this is the first one. But the success of the films like Barbie has proven to be the exception, while the industry's efforts to diversify film sets remains performative at best. Now, right here, when they come over here at the and this is bounding into comics, upcoming Ray Solo film director Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy says it's about time that we had a woman come forward to shape the story of Star Wars. What do you call this movie then? Rogue One. You know what I'm saying? A female-led story, protagonist and everything. And it was probably the only Disney Star Wars movie that I thought was any good. The only one. And it was the first Disney Star Wars movie before the prequel, the new ones came out, the new trilogies came out, and so forth. So yeah, it says in declaration that could seemingly only come from someone who has spent the last decade completely detached from the once beloved sci-fi franchise. Director Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy has opened that one particularly exciting aspect of her upcoming Ray Solo film is that it will finally allow women to guide the Star Wars narrative director. Is a boy. I'm just gonna say Chinoy because I cannot say this lady's name all the time and everything. Just know she's Pakistani and she's Muslim. So yeah, she's gonna bring her hatred towards men, probably because she grew up in a Muslim world and that's dominated by men. But Chinoy, whose directorial filmography primarily consists of documentaries highlighting the social plights faced by women in her home country of Pakistan. See? So she's talking about, she comes from making movies about what the life was like for Pakistani women who are Muslim, living under the Muslim rule. And we all know what Muslims do with how they treat women in those Muslim countries, like dirt and so forth. They ain't allowed to show no skin. They can't talk over a man. They got to stay in their place. Don't dare drive. You don't go to school. All that stuff. And so forth. Or you get your behind literally stoned to death and so forth. So she comes from making documentaries about that. So of course what she's going to do is she's going to make this Star Wars movie into one of her documentaries, and her hatred towards men and everything. She's going to do that shiz and so forth. It's like, well, first of all, you come from a culture of men who believe in a religion that doesn't allow women to do that. In America, as well, as you can see, look how well you have succeeded. You couldn't have done this in your own country. So, but in America, we allow everybody to succeed. But these women want to keep acting as if nobody's allowing them to succeed. Nobody's giving them, they're not getting paid like men. They're not able to do the things that men, the patriarchy. Well, I'm sorry, but I see women getting paid more than men in a lot of positions and so forth. I don't see the men complaining and so forth, but y'all like to complain. So she, so she made these documentaries highlighting social plights faced by women in her home country of Pakistan, offered this insight into her forthcoming dance with the Force while speaking to CNN's Crystal Lou Stout for the network's 2023 New Year's Eve broadcast. Touted by Stout as the first woman and the first person of color. They always got to put that in there. Like, what does that got to do with the movie? Can you guys tell us about what your ideas, what the vibe of the movie is going to be like? Wait, can you tell us that what the whole idea of you being happy that you're doing a Star Wars movie and that you get to lead into something new for the franchise? I don't know. Can you talk about the movie a little bit? Why does it always got to be the first? That's all we know about the movie so far, is that the director's a woman of color. And we're all supposed to be so excited. Oh, it's a woman of color? Oh, I'm definitely going to go see the movie now. Wrong. I'm not. Especially if it's done by Disney. Hells to the gnaw. Everything. I'm very thrilled about the project because I think that we are about to create it's something very special, said Chinoy. And we're in 2024 now. And I think it's about time that we had a woman come forward to shape the story in a galaxy far, far away. Oh, really? You mean a galaxy far, far on Venus? That's what this is all going to be. It's going to be a bunch of bullshizzle. Ain't gonna be nothing, good about this movie at all. Nothing. Everything. This is what we're gonna get. We're gonna get the Rey movie, who's gonna be more powerful than any Jedi that's ever lived, and that's how it's gonna be. Trust me. She'll be even more powerful than Ahsoka and all this other stuff. As you can see, I'm wearing the Mandalorian shirt right now, my sweatshirt that my beautiful wife, MJ, got me. And this is when Disney was they were getting ready to start making Star Wars good again after they messed up with the whole Star Wars trilogy, the new trilogy that they came out with. They came out with The Mandalorian. The first season was off the chain. The one that they did with Luke Skywalker was off the chain. And now it's cheese butt. So this is the only thing that's really good that came out of Disney was The Mandalorian, the first 2 seasons, of the show, maybe, and this movie here. That was it. This is the only other movie that Disney did. All the rest of their Star Wars stuff, Obi-Wan, Boba Fett, all of them, horrible flicks. And they're going to get ready to make another horrible movie with this freaking wench here because nobody wants her. And I'll leave you guys with some of these tweets on X and everything of what people think of this new feminazi witch who pretty much hates men and everything. Here's one guy who says, founder of OG, let's see, Ronald Donson. No one cares about a poorly written, let me get this up here for y'all so y'all can see that, everything. No one cares about a poorly written agenda-laden Mary Sue. This will fail miserably, everything. This guy here, historic my ass. Why? Because a Muslim woman is directing it. It's all about the optics for Disney. F the quality. Just make sure it checks all the woke boxes. Yep, he's right about that one. Here's another one here. The final nail. Yep, the final nail in the coffin. Here's one right here and everything. The franchise is dead. It is dead. Nobody wants this shiz. Nobody cares about it. Everything. Let me blow this up a little so you guys can see that shiz. Everything. Yeah, it is dead. Yeah, you're right. Franchise is dead. Oops, go back to that. Sorry about that. Everything. Here's one. Yes, for the first time in the franchise history, no one cares. More woke box, BS box to ticking, coming to the big screen. As you can see, this is a Star Wars page, by the way, on X, Twitter, you guys. As you can see, people, they just don't care anymore. People ain't buying this shit no more. Nobody's going to go see this freaking movie. Disney is wasting their time. They're going to waste millions, maybe billions of dollars on this project. They're losing money. They're already going down the tubes as it is. And then they want to triple, quadruple down on more nonsense. Look at this. So glad Star Wars is winning the Emmy for identity politics now that they have a black woman directing. Actually, she's Pakistani. Once again, the DEI bullshiz is running a franchise. Instead of being excited for a new trilogy, we are spoon-fed this shizzle. Woo! Reeks of woke already. As long as Disney owns Star Wars, it's a lost cause. And I'll just end it on that one, you guys. Disney's done, you guys. They pretty much finished themselves. This is what woke society brings. And as you guys saw in those videos, the reason why I show those videos of those dudes fighting these girls and beating the hell out of them, because this is what this does. It turns girls into thinking that they could be just like, I could be just like Ray. I could be just like all these super, and girls actually start to get this in their head, thinking that they can actually go up against dudes. And when they go up against a dude, they find out real quickly that was the biggest mistake of their life. Some of these girls actually think that the guy's not going to hit them back. Trust me, dudes nowadays ain't playing no games no more. They say, y'all want to be men? Okay, y'all can be men. We'll let you be men. I'm going to stalk you dead in your freaking face and everything. Oh, you a man now. Oh, what? Now you're a woman again? Oh, I'm sorry, you're a woman again. How did I could have sworn you said you were a man. Yeah, they don't know what a woman is anymore. They don't know squat anymore. All this woke bullshit is going to constantly keep coming, ladies and gentlemen. That's all there is to it. They don't care. They don't give a flip about the real Star Wars fans. They never have. They never will. Disney is a joke, and it's going to go broke because it's woke. And that's all there is to it. And so forth. And I just wanted to share that for the new year so you guys can understand that this is what this is bringing for the new year. We're going to bring in the new Star Wars. It's going to be a woman director of color. Nobody gives a flip. And we're not going to watch the movie. As you can see, everybody on YouTube's talking about this stuff, and they're all freaking saying, the one thing I would give Disney some advice on, especially Bob Iger, because Bob Iger, you're already going down in flames, dude. You already got this other guy that's getting ready to buy you guys out. All right. And it would behoove you. It would behoove you to make sure that your company starts to rise again in the new year. Why would you start the new year off by announcing that this stupid feminazi wench and everything who hates men, likes to embarrass men and all this other bullshit, this is what she comes out on stage telling everybody, and you're going to let this woman be the director? She knows nothing about Star Wars. Nothing. You guys can't get somebody that knows something about Star Wars? Get somebody that has some feel about Star Wars? A fan who's a director who really, I don't care if it's a woman, a man, a gay guy, I don't give a flip. Get somebody who actually loves the actual product to do the movie. No, you're getting somebody who knows nothing about it, probably could care less about, probably doesn't know nothing about George Lucas, probably. She knows nothing. Because her last few documentary movies he made was about the horrible lifestyle of women in Pakistan. Because she's a Muslim. And everything. So funny how you still stick to being a Muslim, but yet you're complaining about what Muslims do to women. Wow. Yeah. But this is the mindset, ladies and gentlemen. This is what they do. It never makes any sense. It's always nonsense, and you can't make sense out of nonsense. As a young gentleman used to say, I used to hear on YouTube, used to say all the time. So my thing for the new year, you guys, is we're going to get Trump 2024. Keep God first. God Almighty is the reason why you're still here today and everything. Jesus Christ, the only way we're going to get into heaven is if we pretty much lay down ourselves for Jesus. That I like to end some of these videos now for the new year that's coming in now and everything with talking about Jesus Christ, God. Because that's the only reason why I'm here. That's the only reason why we're making it through these times, these hard times that we go through. Everybody that's going through these things in this life that we live right now here on earth. The only reason why we are blessed with any of the things that we have, even if it's a minor little something and so forth, it's because of God. It's because of Jesus and everything. And always remember that and so forth. And I keep God first, and that's the reason why I'm living a great, fulfilling life where I'm blessed with a beautiful woman who loves me and enjoys the craziness that I bring on a daily basis, and I can be a handful. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I'm blessed. And we should all thank God for that. Now, starting in this new year, 2024, Happy New Year's to everybody, you guys. I am TJ Quake, yo ghetto gamer. And if you guys like what you checked out here, please like, subscribe. Most importantly, share the video and everything, because it definitely helps us out here on the algorithms to get you guys in the mix of what's coming next, right? Yes! Woo! That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm TJ Quake, and I'm getting ready to bust out of this mug. I got some other things to do. I got some gaming to do. Check out my gaming stream channel as well, you guys. TJ Cake's Ghetto Gaming. The Ghetto Gamer. DA Ghetto Gaming. All right, you guys. I'm glad to see you guys all back in the mix again. I love you guys. Keep it coming. I'm going to keep bringing more content to you guys. If you like what I'm doing, like I said, like, share, subscribe. It's all good. I'm TJ Quake. Yo, Ghetto Gamer. Hello. Peace!
Yeah. Here we go, I'm TJ Quake, the ghetto gamer on this gaming thing. Gonna bang 'em up, gonna shoot 'em up, right here on gaming string. Bang, bang, blaze it on up, TJ Quake, we're busting like the 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Let's get into this, y'all. Yeah. TJ Quake, the ghetto gaming show.